Nobody saw it coming. R-Truth and Damien Priest, a pairing that seemed absolutely impossible on paper, just captured the WWE Tag Team Championship, and the way they did it will have the entire division scrambling to figure out how to compete. This is the victory that changes everything on Smackdown, and it proves that sometimes the most unexpected alliances produce the most devastating results. Stick around as we break down one of the most shocking championship moments in recent memory. Welcome back to WWE Express, where we celebrate the incredible stories that make professional wrestling the most unpredictable and thrilling form of entertainment in the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the absolute perfect time because we're about to explore a championship victory that nobody had on their radar just weeks ago. Let's set the stage for what happened on March 20th. The tag team division on SmackDown has been absolutely stacked. Multiple teams have been circling the championships, each with legitimate claims to being the next great pairing to hold those titles. The Judgment Day has been a dominant force. The Bloodline members have been lurking. Teams have been forming, dissolving, and reforming week after week. Everyone had opinions about who deserved the next shot, who had what it took to climb that mountain. And then, out of nowhere, R-Truth and Damien Priest decided to write their own story. This partnership is fascinating from a character perspective because these two individuals come from completely different places within the WWE universe. R-Truth has built an entire legacy on being unpredictable, on bringing an energy and a humor to the wrestling business that's absolutely unique. He's been tag team champion before. He knows how to win at this level. He's got the instincts, the experience, and the ability to read a match in real time and adapt to whatever his opponent throws at him. Damien Priest, on the other hand, represents a different kind of power. He's a man who's been climbing the ranks, proving himself as both a singles competitor and as part of larger factions. He brings size, strength, and a kind of methodical intensity that complements a different style of wrestling entirely. When you put those two together, you get something unexpected. You get a team that has layers. R-Truth can do the high-flying, the mind games, the psychological warfare that confuses opponents. Damien Priest can be the enforcer, the guy who softens up the opposition with sheer physicality. Together, they're unpredictable in a way that traditional tag teams can't be. The championship challengers they faced probably spent hours studying tape of R-Truth and hours studying tape of Damien Priest separately, but studying them as a unit? That's a completely different challenge. What made their championship victory truly special is how they earned it. They didn't just luck into this moment. They fought their way through some of the toughest competition on the SmackDown roster. Every match they had building toward the championship opportunity was a statement. They were proving that despite coming from different backgrounds, despite having different styles, they understood how to operate as a cohesive unit. They understood the fundamentals of tag team wrestling, frequent tags, keeping fresh competitors in the ring, supporting your partner, and most importantly, protecting each other when things get desperate. The actual championship match itself was a masterclass in ring psychology. The defending champions came in with confidence. They'd held those titles for a reason. They were a well-oiled machine with months of history working together. But R-Truth and Damien Priest came in with something else. They came in with hunger. They came in with a partnership that was brand new enough to be dangerous, untested enough to be unpredictable, but also experienced enough that neither man had to carry the full weight of the burden. What stands out about their performance is how they managed momentum. There were moments in that match where it looked like the defending champions were going to overwhelm them. The favorites were going to retain. The status quo was going to hold. That's when you saw R-Truth and Damien Priest dig deeper. That's when you saw them make adjustments. They hit their spots, they executed their offense, and more importantly, they protected each other when things got dicey. Tag team wrestling is about trust, and these two found the trust in the middle of the most important match of their time together. When that final moment came, when R-Truth and Damien Priest captured those titles, it wasn't just a victory for them. It was a statement to the entire tag team division. It was a declaration that sometimes the most dangerous teams are the ones that nobody expected. It was proof that wrestling is a sport where anything can happen when two talented individuals decide to work together toward a common goal. The implications of this championship victory are massive. The SmackDown tag team landscape has fundamentally shifted. Teams that were considered locks for future title shots now have to get back in line. New combinations and pairings are going to form as wrestlers recognize that if R-Truth and Damien Priest can capture gold together, maybe there are other unlikely partnerships that could work. The championship division just became infinitely more interesting because anything feels possible now. This is what makes professional wrestling so special. You can have all the expectations, all the predictions, and all the plans, and then a team comes along that rewrites the entire narrative. R-Truth and Damien Priest are now WWE Tag Team Champions, and they did it their way, on their terms, against all the odds that people placed against them. If you love this breakdown of one of the biggest championship victories in recent SmackDown history, please hit that like button right now. Drop a comment below and tell us what surprised you most about R-Truth and Damien Priest's championship run. Do you think they have what it takes to be a long-term dominant force in the tag team division, or was this a lightning in a bottle moment? Subscribe to WWE Express for more deep dives into the championship victories, the shocking moments, and the incredible storytelling that makes professional wrestling the greatest entertainment in the world. We'll see you next time.